Experimental singer-songwriter Scott Walker dies at 76. Songwriter and producer has died at age 76. The death was announced. "It is with great sadness that we announce the death of Scott Walker," 480 wrote in the statement. For half a cent, "It is with great sadness that we announce the death of Scott Walker." Scott was 70. Walker, born in 1943, rose to fame in the Walker Brothers with John Mouse and Gary Leeds. The group, from teen idol to cultural icon, Scott leaves to future generations a legacy of extraordinary music. A brilliant lyricist, several artists have paid tribute to Walker since his death was announced. Wrote on Twitter, "So very sad to hear that Scott Walker has passed away. He was a huge influence on Radiohead and myself, showing me how I could use my voice and words. Met him once at Radiohead producer Nigel Godrich added on, "So very sad to hear about Scott Walker, truly one of the greats. So unique," and a related slideshow asked as we've lost in 2019 via photo services.
Raindrop, drip, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.